Gordana here and welcome to my inspirational messages. Today I want to talk about agreement number 2 from Agreements by Miguel Ruiz. This agreement says, do not take anything personally. It is a great advice. It is not always easy to follow, but if we endeavor, we will become better and better in that. Now, what does that mean? It basically comes from the understanding that every person has its own view, has its own story, and in the relationship, when something comes at us, it is basically coming from the world and from the view on the world of that person. One of the greatest examples I read was exactly from that book, and it actually says, imagine there was a film about your life and you go to multiplex cinemas to watch it. Now, in every cinema, there is a little bit different film. In first cinema, you are director and you wrote the script. So it is a story as you know it. Now you go to the second screen and it is perhaps written by your spouse. And it is same maybe at the level of facts, but it has completely different interpretation. And yes, you do recognize the main roles, but you can hardly follow the film. You go to the third screen and it has been film written by your parents about you. The fourth by your friends. The point is, although it is in theory the same story, it's gonna have different twists and it's gonna have different views and it's gonna have different emotions and interpretations. This is important to know because then we can leave the space and see that other person is maybe throwing something at us from the state of the mind they are at the moment. When we take things personally, it is exactly the same as imagine we're holding some kind of stick. One person is holding one end and the other person the other. For this stick to be pulling us, both have to hold their end. Now, if I do not take things personally, it is exactly the same as I decided to let go of my end of the stick. And there is no more pulling because we are not resisting, we are just noticing what is happening. This doesn't mean you're not going to respond, but you're going to respond from a space of peace, from a space of understanding, and your response is going to be much more adequate, it's going to be more loving, and it's going to have more space for understanding. All of this is going to result in a better relationship. So much from me today, and I'll see you tomorrow.